Welcome to the Survival Podcast for people who take movies too seriously. I'm Johnny, and Shane is not here this week. I've no good joke to go there.
He got eaten by a mosasaurus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
While trying to escape from a Tyrannosaurus.
He's Sam Neill, so he shouldn't be back for the sequel anyway.
Oh, no, I was saying that he was like the guy in the yellow raincoat at the start of Falling
Oh,
Kingdom.
right. Yeah. But I think in the last episode we had mentioned how he wouldn't be back for the sequel anyway, so it works. True. I just forgot about that. If I had thought about that beforehand, we'd have had a much better, smoother intro than this.
No, I think it's good.
I haven't even introduced you yet. This is Darren.
Hi.
What do you want from me? God, this is sorry, it's been so long. I'm out of practice. That's why it's such an awkward introduction. So yes, we're doing we're returning to Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. I'm not sure what you call it now. This week,
World, isn't it? Like, because it's kind of its own trilogy, I suppose. So it's all I know. I always want to call it just Jurassic Park. I mean, I'm wearing a Jurassic Park T-shirt.
Well,
right
what
now.
do you call it? Well, I guess you just say return to Isla Sorna now or Isla Nublar. As opposed, like, as in the place is Jurassic World now.
Yeah. But I'd call the whole series. I would call the whole series Jurassic Park. But I don't think you're supposed to. Like, I think it's kind of its own thing.
Jurassic Park is just a better title.
It is.
So
it's
although Jurassic World is a title I like. Again, we talked about this. Like, I think I originally was drunkenly talking to you at a wedding about it, and then we talked about it on the last episode we done on Jurassic Park. Jurassic World's a great title if it's set when they take over the world, like when you're doing a Rise of the Planet of the Apes kind of thing.
Well, it looks. I mean, I imagine we can talk about things now. Like,
it's
out
a while now.
Well, like, it looks like maybe that
that seems to be where it's going.
Be where it's going.
It has to be. They can't open the next film and be like, "Oh, we solved that problem between."
You say that, but like, you know the way sometimes you like. I don't want to go on about Star Wars. It'll come back and then it'll just be kind of underwhelming, and it'll be like, it's actually grand. Like, we caught them all, and now it's actually about something else.
Have you ever watched any of like the CW shows, like Supernatural?
No,
or anything like that. Like, they're pretty bad. Like, I used to like them as just mindless entertainment, but they'd always end. Like, a season finale would end, and Smallville was kind of the same, where there'd be some big threat, like Lucifer would finally be rising, and it'd end on this big cliffhanger. And then in the premiere of the next season, the first 10 minutes of the episode would be they win, and then it'd just continue as a standalone episode, and it'd be on to some other adventure for that week.
So annoying.
And they do it like every season, or like it would be like the big demon, the big bad of that year. They'd end on him showing up, and then the first episode of the next season he would just run away or something, and then you wouldn't see him again until like 17 episodes later, like, because they would just try and drag it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can see maybe the next Jurassic World could do something like that.
They have said there'll be no hybrids.
No hybrids.
No, they said they're done now. They want to just.
But the Indoraptor's still on the loose.
No,
is he not?
No.
Did he die in the end?
Yeah, do you not remember? He fell on the Triceratops skull.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I thought he actually survived that. I just remember him going through the window. But yeah, I completely forgot he actually went through it.
What's really funny is I read that was going to happen on a YouTube comment, like, months before. Like, and it came out here before, like, before.
Like a month before.
Most other places. Was it out anywhere before?
I think like maybe Australia got it the same time we did.
Yeah.
But then US was like a full month later, which is
about
crazy.
A month before, I just read some random comment on a YouTube video saying, "Oh, that's how the Indoraptor dies," and I was like, "Yeah, bullshit." Yeah. And then I was watching the film, and then it was all like leading up to that, and I was like, "Oh no."
I didn't even know there was an Indoraptor in it.
I did. I watched too many of the trailers. I've now learned.
Figured there would be, just based on they done the IREX, like Well, I thought maybe they'd just do an army, like not an army, but like 3 or 4 Indoraptors or something.
Yeah. Or I thought like the other IREX might come back, because they said that there were 2 in the first Jurassic World there were 2 of them, and like it ate. And maybe that was a lie. Maybe I was saying, maybe it's like it's hidden somewhere else, like, or that was all just a cover up. But what was I going to say? Yeah, actually, I learned with this film now, I'm never watching trailers. If it's a film that I want to see again, like this, you literally saw like the very last scene.
I watched
whole film.
Yeah, I watched the trailers afterwards just to see, because because you had told me how much to give away.
The whole film.
It's crazy how trailers have gotten like that, where you just can't watch them.
Yeah, like the twist. Like I was actually thinking, watching the film, I probably would enjoy this so much more now if I didn't know that this twist was coming, or like that they weren't actually going to save the dinosaurs. They were trying to like sell them, or it would have been like, whereas I knew that was happening the whole time. So it was like, even when she's like meeting them in the mansion, like Claire's meeting them in the mansion, I'm like, they're lying to you.
But the thing is, I think you'd have copped that anyway. Like I copped. I was watching. Maybe. I was like, this guy's definitely going to. And I was even like, they're going to do the thing where once it's revealed to the audience that he's a bad guy, he's going to start acting like a bad guy. And then they went really all like, he even like just randomly changed his clothes to look more villainous. Like, and all of a sudden he was just a dick.
Yeah, because he was actually like a lovely guy at the start of the film, wasn't he? He was really nice. Like,
we started even to be a dick. So I understand why he had to put up a front to Claire.
Yeah,
because like he was trying to get her to do something. But then he ended up being a dick to the kid as well, which would meant he was putting up a front to her. But what was that about? Like, why did he? I guess he was just a dick to everybody, and he just had to pretend to be nice. But
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because he was kind of working under what you meant, Lockwood.
Yeah.
Are we making sense about what we're talking about, or are we just kind of go?
That's why I kind of just stopped.
That like, guy,
especially if people haven't seen the film, so we'll just. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
There's a guy in the film that turns very cartoon villain out of nowhere. But yeah, so basically with Fallen Kingdom, and we were kind of doing Fallen Kingdom as an episode, but also The Lost World, because they're kind of the same films in that they both focus on going back to the island. Characters that have been there in the past, in the park itself, going back to save the dinosaurs, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, in Lost World, they don't know they're going back to save them. They're
gonna. It's more to save Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah. As far as Ian is concerned, anyway. But the original plan is even like Johnny tells them they're just there to observe.
Yeah.
And
the only one who knows is Vince Vaughn's character, Nick Van Oom.
Yeah. Which, in itself, is that crazy? John sent them all back there with Nick's the only one that knows what.
I watched it recently, and actually in that scene when like Malcolm's talking to John Hammond in his like room, like he actually seems a little bit senile. Like he's kind of, I never really picked up on it. He's a bit like, he's a bit mental. I don't know if that's deliberate, or maybe it's just now comes across like that. Like he's just completely like ignoring Malcolm, like kind of getting stressed about things, going, "No, it'll be fine. It's all great. Everything's fine and dandy." And he's like counting on his fingers, going, "Oh, we got all of them." Even though, and he seems oblivious to the fact that Malcolm's like getting properly upset with him.
Yeah. And he is dying.
Yeah.
Like, so he's obviously a sick man. So
maybe
he could easily be mentally sick as well.
He's like yipped out of it on
whatever drugs. He could just be.
So he's just send everybody back to the island.
Yeah, that's quite possible. But it's still mad. It's like Nick is the only person. Like, why would Nick even?
No.
I guess he hadn't been there before, but
that guy, like, he is responsible for all the deaths that happened in that film. Isn't he? Like, you could probably trace back to him. No, I don't know what would.
You're saying Hammond?
Like, no, Nick. Like I suppose Hammond ultimately for sending Nick to like be the backup plan and like let all the dinosaurs loose and destroy the InGen Hunters camp. And
so what now I watched it recently because we were meant to do this episode a few months back, but it's still been like the start of the summer when I watched it. Now Nick, he's aware that these guys are going to be on the island, but is it 100%? Doesn't he say the line something similar to Hammond said they might show up or something?
Yeah,
like it's not. He's not aware that they have an army of people coming on with those kind of, because they come on with like not tanks, but like
He probably wasn't sure it would happen so soon.
yeah,
Because wasn't their whole thing was to document it and then be like get kind of public support behind it.
Yeah,
So like let's
yeah.
leave the island alone and
to show that the animals are living peacefully
Yeah.
and can survive for themselves. Yeah, I just can't remember how if the line made it clear how aware he was, but
well,
either
he
way,
definitely
was
said that he
aware.
was like the plan B or backup plan, wasn't it? Because remember he takes out a
Yeah,
bolt
yeah,
cutter
yeah.
then and he goes around
Yeah,
because he was an ex-Greenpeace photographer, I think, as well, wasn't
yeah.
he?
The backup plan was so he just came with chain cutters, like not a gun.
And he like he basically like endangered all those people's lives, and then their camp got destroyed. The hunters' camp gets destroyed because of him.
Well, it seems
He takes the baby
seems pretty
Rex.
accurate to a Greenpeace activist.
He takes the baby Rex back, which like causes
What?
like catastrophic.
Absolutely mental.
I mean, like the chances of that thing surviving to adulthood anyway, like
Yeah, that's like that's so crazy. I really fucking focused on that when I was rewatching it. Like, just can you imagine doing that with any other animal, even in the wild, even one that isn't like a predator?
Yeah.
You wouldn't take any like a fucking deer, like if
you'd just be like, oh shit, like maybe shoot it.
yeah. I mean,
Like its leg was broken and it's in a wild environment. Like
yeah. If it was in like a park, you might call a park ranger or something, like where there's somebody around that can deal with it. But yeah, if you're on an island, like if you're just up camping up the mountains, there's nothing you can do. Like anything you do will only make things worse for it.
yeah.
Because and a lot of the times, like especially if it's a newborn, if the mother gets your scent off,
Yeah,
she will just
that's what I was
abandon
thinking.
it.
It's that as well.
And when it's like I don't know if dinosaurs done that, but I don't think anybody does.
Well,
Like,
they're
that's-
like birds, aren't they?
yeah,
and birds
yeah,
are
notorious for
yeah.
doing it. Yeah.
I mean, birds are dickheads to like themselves or to like their own like I don't know
Yeah, like-
family. Would you say? I don't know what
Yeah, where they have to like learn to fly by just
they're such assholes. Birds.
pushed off a cliff, like, and whichever one makes it
Yeah, grand.
deserves to be their son.
I'm not forgetting now. What did I want to? So yeah, and then actually, I'm just talking about that. Them bringing the baby Rex to the trailers. Or we're not going too fast.
No,
Or
no.
That's good. Eddie's death. I never realized, like again, because I watched it again recently. Like I don't remember him until now. Like when I watch it there, that like he's actually a really nice guy
Yeah,
in the film,
yeah.
and he's amazed at what he's seeing, and he's so happy to be there, and he's like, this is incredible, like. And then his death is like the most horrific thing in
Yeah.
the world. Like,
They always do that in the Jurassic Park films. Like, there's always like one horrific death.
yeah. Well, who was it in the first one?
Well, I would say the opening is the
That's a
horrific
brilliant
one.
scene.
And the opening that's terrifying.
Yeah. And again, because you don't know what's in there, it's just like you see like a little bit of it. Like I know we've touched on that in the other podcast.
Yeah. And like the in Jurassic World, the pterodactyls or pterosaur attack,
yeah,
like
they
that's
absolutely destroyed her one, like,
that's pretty horrific.
and she did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
She did absolutely nothing wrong. She was minding two dickhead kids that ran off
Yeah.
and are like,
people had a problem with that, because she was done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't fair that she gets that sort of a death. But
yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
no,
Like-
because like you just said,
about-
Eddie was probably the nicest character in the Lost World,
Yeah.
and he got the most horrific
It's
death.
a great scene, and like he's trying to get the gun because isn't the gun like super powerful that he has?
Yeah,
and it's like just caught in the net and
yeah.
but it's cool. It looks dead. Like that scene where you see the two Rexes then stalking out from the woods on either side of the Jeep. There's something cool about
Yeah,
that.
it's a great
And they're
shot.
so just like the way they're kind of lumbering in.
And the crew, the guys he's trying to save, are still kind of like dicks to him while he's trying to save them. When he asks like anything else, and they're like, they make a really bad joke
What
about
was
like,
that? Yeah,
yeah, like
It's
a cheese hamburger.
that's
and
it. Yeah, it's
it's like, oh,
It's
yeah,
like, shut
I'd
up,
fucking leave. At that point, I'm like, oh, fuck you. And you know what? I'm leaving your daughter up in the hide high as well. Such assholes. It was almost like, do you watch Parks and Rec?
yeah.
It was like the way they treat Jerry. Like.
Yeah, exactly. That's really good.
Yeah, such assholes that they definitely left him. And then they get all like 10 minutes later after he's dead when what's the hunter's name?
Roland Tembo.
Yeah. When he's like, oh, we don't need to worry about Rex. They've just fed or whatever, and they're like, oh, that was a friend of ours. Show him more respect. Yeah, well, if you weren't fucking like mocking him while he was trying to save your lives.
Oh well, it's like anything. Like, you know, they say the nicest thing you could do for your reputation or whatever is to just die. Like, because then everyone suddenly starts talking, saying nice things about you. But when you're there, you get treated like a piece of shit. Like,
Who was there anybody else treated terribly in
the
Jurassic Park series?
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to like anybody who didn't bring it on themselves.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you could say
like the lawyer was treated pretty bad in the first one, but he was asking for it, kind of.
Yeah, but at the same time, I didn't think he was necessarily that bad a guy. Well, like, from what I can remember, I think he was just like he had different motivations. Like, you know?
He wasn't a bad guy, but he was
Motives.
definitely like just a bit of a weasel.
I mean, no, he abandoned the kids actually.
That was
that
it,
was it, wasn't it?
Or he just needed to take a shit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I suppose that was it. But I thought the rest of the film, he was just real stressed out, kind of like clumsy guy, and he was just real like anxious about everything. I know, yeah, he was a bit of a weasel, but I shouldn't.
I'm not saying he deserved to die.
I abandoned the kids.
Yeah, he deserves to die for that maybe. But I just mean in terms of like kind of being poked fun at and that. Like he's kind of fair game.
Yeah, no, true.
Well, I don't know. I don't really think anybody poked fun at him. John made some remarks to him, and that was about it.
Blood-sucking lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, not just Eddie. It was just such a God. And we was playing Chaos Island.
Yeah, and he's kind of an asshole in that game.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah, kind of like I'm glad that he dies.
Yeah. He like makes a big stink when you fucking move him somewhere. Check out those videos, Chaos Island. There's links on
Open
places.
Bottle.
Open Bottle. Go to Open Bottle. We've done some Let's Plays. But well, yeah. So with both films, they're going back to the island. So seeing it in our universe, I guess we've already been there.
Yeah.
So you've been on Jurassic Park. We've had the adventure. I can't remember now how ours varied compared to what happened in the actual film.
I think we just had like an awesome time. I think at one point you sacrificed yourself, but then you realised Shane and I were kept going and we were having loads of fun. I think I might be wrong, and then you decided actually no, I didn't die there.
Well, I think I died. And then at the end, it's like
made
technically I did because we have to do the sequel. But yeah,
well, that was like Malcolm, wasn't it, in the novel?
yeah. I think I only died because like we'd just done the Grey episode where Liam Neeson fights the wolves at the end, right, and it was more. I just wanted to reference that, but with raptors. Well, yeah. So if we had that adventure, did we have a thing where one of us was like cracking on to?
Oh, that was me. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We had a bag of cans when we were watching the presentation and stuff.
What's up? Oh yeah, it was knocking Grant's hat off. We're basically just kind of going through that all that.
Yeah. So we had a great time anyway.
That was great.
But if that happens in real life and Hammond comes to you to go back to observe, would you go back?
I would, yeah.
You'd go back?
I would.
You wouldn't really, though.
I would. Let's not forget, actually, like... no, I'm not really going off point. It's the Lost World novel. Like, Malcolm wants to go back to the island in that.
Yeah.
Because he's interested in it. He wants to study them. He wants to go up with like basically doing a proper research expedition there because he thinks it'll help him with his theories on extinction. I think, if I remember. And but it's just then your man Levine or Levine, whatever the name is, Richard Levine, Levine. I don't know how you pronounce it. Just like decided just to piss off to the island before everybody else, kind of like Sarah Harding.
Yeah.
In the film. And then that's why they had to go follow him, like, because he got into trouble.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I suppose he does want to go back, but I still don't think that necessarily means you would.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me. I'd say, I suppose, okay, so let's say...
Like, think of it realistically.
Yeah, okay, realistic. I know at the end of the last podcast, we, like, kind of joked around how awesome it was, and, like...
Yeah.
The T-Rex is chasing us, and it's amazing, and... I suppose, yeah, like it would be a traumatic experience.
Yeah, like if you saw some, well, but then again, like
think
think
of it, if
about
the dog goes for you, like
well, yeah,
think of the adrenaline you get from that. I suppose,
Yeah.
like
well, like, yeah, if you went to a safari, if you
Yeah.
went to an African safari, and
Yeah.
while you're on the safari, there was a terrible accident, and the jeep behind you was attacked by like a group of lions and tigers working together
Oh
for
my God.
some reason,
and bears.
and bears, like yeah, lions and tigers, animals that aren't even in the same country. A mountain lion for some reason. But yeah, they attack and completely just annihilate the entire jeep. Would you go? But you get on grand. Like you
Yeah.
you continue your tour.
So I get a bit of like kind of a chase out of it, like
yeah.
the main
we try and
characters, so you
mimic-
make it to the end.
Yeah, we try and mimic the film as much as possible. But would you go back to us? Would you then, like 10 years later, go to, or 5 years later, whatever, go on another safari?
I don't know, but yeah, I suppose realistically, probably not. Look, if I'm, yeah.
I don't imagine I would, but it is a dinosaur park.
That's the thing. You see, that's what I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, and I guess like the thing is, realistically, I think I might. You see, you're probably actually safer going back than you were because it's like you in the original one, it's animals that have been locked up and have just escaped, kind of don't really have any clue what's happening.
Yeah.
Whereas like they've been. How long actually has it been?
Are we talking about going, say, Sorna or?
Yeah,
just
sorry.
just going to any
going to
dinosaur
Site
island?
B. Yeah.
Okay. It was shortly after Jurassic Park, I think, that that island got hit by a hurricane. That's why they had to evacuate.
Right. But how long between Jurassic Park and Ian Malcolm going back?
I suppose it was 93 to 97, so 4 years.
Right. Okay, so in 4 years, that's a
maybe
good time. The dinosaurs,
3 to 4.
The beginning of an ecosystem has happened anyway. Like
Yeah.
There's.
Well, they're living in equilibrium, aren't they? Like,
Yeah. So you're probably not in as much danger because, like, realistically, the film doesn't depict it like this. But realistically, like, you're probably not going to be attacked if you're like driving through a jeep, like a protected jeep. Like
But
animals
that's-
just won't.
I mean, we're getting on grand. It was Nick Van Owen.
Yeah. Yeah, he did really fuck it up.
He
But that's
really
the thing,
did.
but yeah, in all, but
But is that like the element of chaos? Like,
but in every film, that's what happens. Like you look at, pick out almost any sci-fi movie. The last like 2 Alien movies, like Covenant and what was the one before that? Prometheus.
oh yeah.
All the bad shit that happens, and that happens because some guy who's meant to be an actual scientist stuck his face over some alien plant and got sprayed with a parrot. You know,
Yeah.
it's pure stupidity.
Yeah.
That leads to. Whereas in real life, nobody would ever act like that. Like in real life, nobody would do what Nick done.
No, well, yeah, I know what you mean. People are morons, though. Like, I mean, I'm talking about me cutting off a bit of my thumb there earlier today, like in the most idiotic way possible. I'm not going to go into it on this, but like, and then you'd be like kind of embarrassed and ashamed, and just be like, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. Maybe I just don't. Yeah, I don't know if anybody would take an injured baby Tyrannosaurus Rex when they know.
No, like, what are you going to do? You would. I can't imagine that. Like, even if they think that they've set that leg properly, like, no, you probably like you didn't have any of the stuff. I mean, I presume they have a first aid kit, I suppose, but like,
Yeah,
I mean, and were either of them even like medical?
I wouldn't have
Like,
thought so.
Because I thought in the film wasn't Harding was like a paleontologist.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Yeah, well, like she had like spent time on like on safaris and stuff as well.
yeah,
Because she wanted to observe modern predators and compare, I guess. But
maybe it's just from her field, being out in the field.
okay, so that's why they go back in the Lost World. But the events of Fallen Kingdom, they're going back to save them from an erupting volcano. Would you go back for that?
No.
Yeah, because that's like there's a volcano going off,
Yeah.
like, and it's pretty severe. That one was hard to...
And like, we've had 2 goes at a park here, like,
But that's the other thing. I don't think, like, if these films... Because originally, actually, when I was watching Jurassic World, I thought I thought they were kind of ignoring the Lost World. I thought that was non-canon, and I think it was. It was only now it's kind of canon again.
He said he didn't want it to be. It wasn't that it was non-canon. He just didn't want to. He just wanted this to kind of feel like a sequel to Jurassic Park. Like, he said something like that, but it wasn't that it was like erasing all that stuff. It was just. It's just not going to come up.
Yeah,
which is unusual.
But which is kind of like saying it's not going to come up because it sort of causes people to think too much. Because like in Jurassic World, the park's been open for like 10 years at that point, so opened in 2005. So it hasn't even been a decade since a T-Rex got loose in San Diego.
Yeah.
I was like, no way is that park opening like 10 years after that happens.
Although it was the park's in Costa Rica, so maybe they don't give a fuck if like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you'd have a lot of outside sources. Like, would the UN even allow that shit?
Yeah, I suppose. Because didn't they get was it the UN or the US military that got involved at the end of Jurassic Park 3 to save them all, to get them off Sorna?
Yeah, it was the UN. Yeah, because she was. Her husband was.
Ellie.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and I only watched that one recently enough, just because we were talking about it. Fucking ridiculous film.
It's just, that deserves its own thing.
I actually have this article up because we were talking about this when we were doing one of our live. I can't remember if it was for Chaos Island or Evolution. One of the games we've been playing. Yeah. We were talking about would we go to Jurassic World if it existed, and how much it would cost. Somebody done the maths on it based on. So hold on, actually, I'll get to the price of a ticket in a minute. But so they estimate that the park alone would cost 23 billion. This is Jurassic World now, not Jurassic Park.
Okay,
would cost 23.4 billion to set up. So how they've got to all these numbers is based on other theme parks in the world and just the cost of like cloning dogs and shit, like how much it's cost to do whatever cloning experiments they've done so far.
Sure.
So around 24 billion set up. Maintenance would be 11 billion a year, which is fucking ridiculous. So yearly scientific research would cost 200,000. Animal caretaker 64. No, that can't be right. No, that's 64 million. Sorry, a year. Real estate. Oh yeah, because so the 10 million just to rent the island. This is based on
per year.
Yeah,
because it was leased, wasn't it?
Yeah, or maybe just 10 million for the lease. But anyway, the main point is to arrive at what a ticket would cost would be $7,500.
7,500 for like a weekend, do you think? Or
they didn't go that. Hold on, maybe they did. Nah, they just said around that. It seems.
Like, how long are you going to spend there anyway?
5 days, I'd imagine.
Yeah, 5. I think that's decent. Like one day you probably wouldn't even do anything. You probably just stay at the pool. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the other thing they have. Like, there's like nice hotels and shit. But 7,500. So you're probably only going to go once anyway. Like, it's not going to be something you're doing every year.
Yeah.
Unless you're really, really rich. But no, I just thought you'd appreciate that.
7,500. I presume that was US dollars, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Is there anything else here? No, nothing.
He doesn't talk about coupon days or anything, does he?
No, there's no mention of that. No, I was hoping actually they'd have an estimate of what the park would make. But
well, in Jurassic World, I was only reading this earlier today. I think actually funny on the train out here. I think did they say? I was only on somebody's comment, so I might be wrong with this number. But at the time of Jurassic Park World, I think did they have, at one point was there 20,000 people on the island?
That does ring a bell, yeah.
So, and that's the numbers are down then because that's when because people were kind of bored of dinosaurs. So 20,000 by what would you say 7,500?
7,500, yeah.
I'll use my calculator, which is taking ages to do. What?
And that's just 1 week.
That's 150 million.
Okay. See, so that is a lot of money, but you think about it this way. 150 million. That's what. So you just let's imagine that's a week. So those people are there for 5 days. So it's probably weekly. It's probably a bit more. But okay, no, that's a good comparison. So think of what a movie makes opening week. Like Jurassic World, the movie, probably made more the opening weekend than that park would have made that week.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what did he... I can't remember what he said. Did he talk about how much it would cost to run for...
Yeah, hold on.
A day? Was he going into that? Or was it... Or what was it per...
It was
per year, wasn't it?
Per year, yeah. Shit, did I close that?
So what would you do if you divide that by 365... Or divide it by 52?
Yeah.
Would that make sense?
Yeah.
That's cool. You sent me that. That's really interesting.
Okay, and sorry, I was wrong. So 10 billion to buy the island. I said 10 million to rent, 10 billion to buy. Which actually, that's not that.
No, because it's a huge island.
Yeah, it's like 63 miles or something, squared miles. But wait, is that boat islands? That's boat islands. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Genetic research, 200,000 this is saying. Well, I would have thought that would be more.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Computer engineers, 154,000. Caretakers, 64,000. Again, I'd have thought that would have been more. Legal team, 300,000. Those numbers seem very low.
Yeah, well, just to kind of go, like if that's what they figure.
Yeah.
300,000. And then, was there anything else? I apologies if I've left something out. At the moment, that's at 718,000. That's 200,000 plus 154,000 plus 64,000 plus 300,000.
Yeah.
I haven't put in the 10 billion because I don't know, like, how long is the lease? I presume that's like flat out.
This is saying, to buy as opposed to lease, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave that out then. Say they bought the island or whatever, or they're like paying a mortgage or whatever you do.
But they also have 80,000 for paleontologists.
80,000.
That are on the...
80?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all they have listed, but there has to be... Cause
that's per year.
Yeah, that seems very low.
But what about construction? Like,
that's what I'm looking for. Oh wait, no, there's a graph. Yeah, because I guess it's hard to figure out what construction of like depends in Jurassic Park. So they're just the only information they have is what other parks. So like the costs, like Six Flags.
I'd say if you could find a Disney World in Orlando, because I mean that's a huge thing. Like it's got multiple parks. I mean that'd be
they're
massive. That might.
Yeah, I think we might have to scrap doing the maths on this because.
Well, the reason I'm getting excited because my retirement plan, right, is to like become a multi-billionaire, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, right. Step one: become a multi-billionaire.
The easy part.
I'll give my wife and kid maybe $1 million each. Just like they're welcome to come along.
Wait, so you become a billionaire, but you're giving them $1 million each?
I don't believe in handouts. Like. No, but like I'm like no, but like you're welcome to come along with me. But if you don't want to see me like descend into madness and like be like spend my last years like
like Howard Hughes,
just like doing something absolutely stupid, feel free to go away. But like I need the rest of the money for them. I'm gonna get sort out the island, right? Then I'm gonna invest in CRISPR gene technology.
Yeah.
And just basically, like, because I figure if you put enough money behind that, you could probably get people to just make these monsters that look. I don't care if they look like what dinosaurs look like. Just make monsters that look like the ones in Jurassic Park and make them act like that. And then, like, build, like, a movie accurate thing of the original one. And, like, even if nobody. And to do it all secretly. And then I don't even know if I'd open it to the public. I might just stay there. Like. I mean, you could come over. And like imagine going around on the Jeep just on your own, like on a Monday morning with a bag of cans and like getting off at the T-Rex paddock and like taking a dump with the door open.
How long?
Watching it eat a goat. Like
see you. Would you like name the goat beforehand and stuff? Bring him in yourself, like?
I think you have to name it, yeah.
Kind of makes it better.
Yeah. Seems like something Shane would do. Like.
How long? Like, so imagine you do that.
Yeah.
Right, so you have fucking Elon Musk money.
What's the first step?
Could he afford to do it? How rich is he? Like 20 billion?
I don't know.
He could buy the islands.
Say we've sorted that out. Like,
sorry?
Sorted out the money, right?
Yeah.
That's step one done.
So what age, like, what age do you think you could have this done by? Like, what age, or would you hope to?
I'd hope to maybe, like, 60.
60.
You know, because then I can enjoy it a bit. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the way 60 is kind of like 50. Well, you know, people are living longer and like they're
Yeah,
in better
yeah,
shape
yeah.
and stuff. Like, I mean, even I don't, like 70, yeah, but I feel with 70 it might be a bit slow. Like, it
Well, let's say
depends.
65 where it's
Depends.
first hard.
Okay, well, okay, we'll be generous here. 65 now.
How long? And so how long does it take to construct? You know, so you start construction when you're 60. It's finished by 65.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it'll take 5 years.
But I could start construction even before we've sorted out the cloning thing. Because I'd be like, to be honest, like
I know this is going to work.
I kind of would just even be happy to just walk around that, like, and like, look at it and be like, oh, that's the bit, like.
So
But
how
I'm convinced
long-
if you put enough money behind it, like,
So so it's Jurassic Park as opposed to Jurassic World.
yeah. The man said it was legit. I'm not
Yeah,
even
and
worried.
you'd say because you wouldn't need the automatic tracks and all that because you're just going to be riding around in a Ford Explorer. Like
No, I would take the tracks.
Oh, so you
Well,
wouldn't.
the
even...
Explorer was the automatic car. The
Oh, yeah, it
Jeep
was,
Wrangler
sorry.
was the.
So you'd be going in the Explorer.
Yeah,
not the
it was
Wrangler.
bag of cans. Like,
But
I'm gonna get a
you say it like
Domino's.
I'm not going to drink and drive. It's your island. There's nobody else on it. You
No,
can.
but I don't want to drive.
Okay.
I might drive like in the storm
Would you not
someday,
just
like trying
get,
to do
would you-
Nedry's thing
rather
for the
than
crack.
putting on
Like,
the tracks, if it's just you on the island, would you not just get like a self-driving Tesla or something?
yeah, actually, in the book, funny. Sorry, I know I'm going off it. That they said that was going to be, I think, the plan eventually was that the cars would be able to go into the paddocks and like they wouldn't have to kind of go.
Oh,
I
yeah,
presume
yeah.
that was probably still self-driving. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't. I kind of want to just make it like
A replica
like what
of
I saw.
Jurassic
Yeah,
Park. Yeah,
Like, why
okay.
wouldn't you? Like,
Well, no, I just the
Terraform
image
it and everything.
of just fucking bombing it around an island.
I do that as well.
Okay.
I'm talking about a Monday morning here. Like I'm hungover.
You're doing that Sunday night.
I spent the weekend turning off the power and trying to make it to the East Dock and back in time, like just for the crack. Like,
Okay, you're kind of selling me on this now. That's a good way to spend your retirement.
if you are interested in joining this, do we have a Patreon?
Start a Kickstarter just for that'd be hilarious.
Basic
Go
Kickstarter.
for me. Help me build my dream dinosaur island. put up plans, just like hand drawn plans.
My wife said, "Yeah, it'll probably just be you with a load of cows and a few salamanders on an island, going, oh god." I take that.
Just like really shitty costumes on them.
Just pay a load of people to dress up. You know those weird big rubber Tyrannosaurus outfits you see people
Yeah,
in? Like,
yeah.
they're so
Well, this
stupid.
is what my problem with like Westworld, and this would be a point better made on a Westworld episode. But I like that show, but I just can't like the suspension of disbelief to actually think that anybody would want to visit Westworld and
Yeah.
not like Game of Thrones world
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Lord
yeah,
of the
yeah.
Rings world. Like, why are cowboys what the world everybody wants to go and live in? Now I know they set up that there is other worlds in that theme park, but if I had the tech and the money that Anthony Hopkins' character has in that to build a theme park where robots that you can't distinguish from real people,
Yeah.
I would build Jurassic Park
Yeah.
with robot dinosaurs.
Would you make it so they could kill you?
That would be because it'd be like Westworld. The point of the park would be
Right,
that
okay,
things
sorry,
go
sorry.
wrong, like
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and really,
Well, I'd
You
want the things to be like lethal, like dangerous, like.
yeah.
I
But
think
that'd
so.
be great.
It'd
I'd
be
love
a bit
to.
of an edge, like, you know.
I would prefer, like, even though they're not real dinosaurs, but they're not real dinosaurs in Jurassic Park
They say
anyway.
they're not.
Sorry.
Yeah, and they acknowledge that. Yeah.
Oh no, but what I'm
Eventually,
saying
yeah.
is, I would probably prefer to go to my Westworld version of Jurassic Park than an actual Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because I think an actual Jurassic Park it'd just be like going to the zoo.
Zoo.
Whereas, like, you go to the Westworld or Jurassic Park world.
Exactly. Exactly. Jurassic Park World.
That sounds.
That's
pretty
the
good.
name of the 6th film.
That's the title of this episode.
That's brilliant. I think.
But yeah, Jurassic Park world and the theme park where everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
But you'd have to bring up other storylines too. It'd have to be like Westworld, because if you're going there for a week, the events of Jurassic Park are what, like 2 days.
Yeah.
If
It's
even,
yeah, it's only one
like
night, isn't it?
24-hour period. So that'd only be like your first day there. On your third day, you go to Site B, I guess, and you just reenact the Lost World.
So would you have it that? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're talking. Well, that could be like our plan B then. If the gene stuff doesn't, if you want to then invest some of your money then in like getting robots.
We have like a gentleman's wager to see whose theme park gets completed.
Well, no, we'll
first.
use the same island, but it'll be more like because you might as well split the cost. Like,
We're putting billions into this anyway. Like we might as well go all out.
yeah, but like, yeah, okay, fine. So we're going to each have an island,
Yeah,
and then we'll like each visit. You'll visit your island. I'll visit. Oh, sorry, you'll visit my island. I'll visit your island.
yeah, and we decide which is better. We don't leave it up to. We don't invite anybody else to like decide.
No,
We'll sit down and just discuss it ourselves and be honest about it. Like, I mean, I kind of prefer your idea, but I think as a theme park, if I was paying to go to one, I'd prefer to go to Jurassic Park World. But if I was going to like live in one, it'd be your one.
yeah.
Because then I'd kind of want them to at least be real living creatures.
I try and get the automation down because wasn't the whole thing that they were able to run the park with minimum staff? Like, so I could even get, I might improve on that like a little bit.
I can send over a few of my robots to work for
that'd
you.
be great. And could you make them all look like Samuel L. Jackson? And like...
All of them Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah, just Samuel L. Jackson.
One Nedry and then just 40 Samuel L. Jacksons. All from different movies. Just Samuel L. Jackson from every movie he's done.
How many did you say? Just one Nedry?
Yeah.
But get it wrong. Just send like Wayne Knight. Like... Not Dennis Nedry. And like Star Lord. That film. Maybe Laura Dern as well.
Wow, we got onto a tangent there. But I know, I like your retirement plan.
Yeah.
I
think we should do a Kickstarter for that.
Yeah. There might be a limit to how much you can get on Kickstarter.
Let's do another one.
Oh, well, yeah, that's...
Get that wheel fund different parts.
Different aspect, yeah, that makes sense.
And I promise you, I will spend the money on that, on exactly that.
Okay.
I want this to happen.
So, ballpark figure?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, we're definitely talking billions. Like,
Sorry,
we're definitely talking billions. Because if you need to advance the technology, like these technologies, that's going to.
Well, yeah, you need to hire a team.
And you get some young cocky guys who don't care about breaking the rules. Like, do what Hammond did, like with hiring Henry Wu and stuff. Like,
you've got to be buying an island off the coast of.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's shitty as it says, do it in a third world country, like, because like
they won't be keeping an eye on you.
All that nanny state nonsense. Like.
Now, would you go as big as? Would you need Isla Nublar or Sorna? Isla Sorna?
Would you have two of them? Like,
no. Well, would you need them as big? Like they're like 60 square miles or something.
Yeah.
Because like you'd get a pretty cool.
Probably not. If I could
kind of on a 5 mile.
If I could recreate everything that you saw in the film, I'd be probably happy with that. Like,
yeah, because Jurassic Park, in that film, the island doesn't seem that big.
Oh yeah, but it's huge. Like, we're talking. I've messed around with like where people have like inputted like like a how would you say it? Like, I suppose a schematic of the island into Minecraft, and it's like it is huge. Like getting from one place to another, from the helicopter landing pad, say, up to the where they see the brachiosaurs. It's like quite a long distance. But you don't see that in the film. Like. And this is going from like the maps that you see in the film on the computer screen, which are actually they do line up with the places that they are. Like the continuity, I know that the film has continuity errors, but there were like some like all those little details actually are really impressive.
And even like in the book, because like
the book island's smaller.
Is it smaller?
Yeah, it's a lot smaller.
But it's still bigger than you'd imagine from like just watching the Jurassic Park movie. If you're not like looking at the maps or whatever.
Yeah.
Like everything kind of seems to happen in close proximity to each other.
Yeah.
Whereas in the book, there's still a bit more feeling of scope because like they'll be going down a river and they'll go through the like Carnosaur, like their area or whatever. You get a bit bigger idea of scope, I guess, or scale. In the Lost World, like Site B
seems bigger.
That seems massive, like, and they do a very good job. Like the actual geography kind of changes in that film. Like
it's just a redwood forest, isn't it? And one
at
the start.
Yeah, and Jurassic Park 3, again, bad movie, but set on the same island, but it's set, I assume it's set on the other side.
Yeah, I think that's what they've kind of, and it's like more tropical there.
Yeah,
like, so
yeah. And that's why, like, the T-Rexes rule the opposite side or whatever, and Spinosaurus is here. There is a T-Rex on that side, but...
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just if you could, I know this has gone completely off point, but you know, it's it's
it's
enjoyable.
it's perfect.
I think if you could get an island that, like, if you could just build everything that you saw, I mean, you're gonna, because as well at the same time you don't want to be like sitting in a jeep for like 20 minutes like until you get to the gate, like, as well. Like, you kind of want, you'd almost like it if you could kind of move at the pace like the film kind of like.
Yeah, but then, like, I think so. How many paddocks were there, or paddocks?
Oh, I
like,
could bring it up here.
it was like, but in Jurassic Park it wasn't that much. It was like 22 or something, wasn't it?
In the first one, I have a map here. There's the map of the island that you actually see on the screen in the.
Oh,
I know there's no use to people listening, but
they can Google it.
yeah, like, it's cool. And then where's the paddocks? How many are there? I can see the grid of them now. One. Oh, it's really hard to tell in this map because there's so many rivers and stuff. But there's a few. There's a good few. You don't see most of them.
Yeah,
in the film anyway. I suppose.
But no, I was just thinking, is like, if I was building that island, I think, like, so I'd probably want the T-Rex, like, just down the road from my house, from where I sleep at night, because just first thing in the morning, I'd want to just, like, boot it down to Rexy and feed her a goat.
Yeah.
So say it's a 10-mile island.
Yeah.
I'd have, like, a lot within the first, like, 4-mile radius, but then I'd put, like, some cooler ones up in the far corner, so it'd be more like a treat.
Yeah.
When I go up there, I probably wouldn't go up there every day, like, but on a Saturday night, I'd drive up to a little mountainous area, and maybe the raptors are up there or something, so it's always a bit more of a treat to visit them.
Okay. I have a. Oh, hang on. The island this in the novel. Oh, sorry. Hang on. No, I thought I had the dimensions there. Okay, I think this is the film. It's a surface area of 77 square kilometers, so 30 square miles.
Oh, okay, so it's like, yeah, it's a good bit smaller.
And then the novel canon is 8 miles long and 3 miles wide, so a total of 22 square miles. That's still pretty big,
Yeah,
though. Like,
yeah. I mean,
well, maybe then you could just get that. Like, I mean, would that?
would that
Are we
do?
going to price islands like this?
Well, they were saying 10 billion for both of them, so I
Yeah.
assume we could get one for, say, a smaller one. Like, let's say we could probably get it for like 3 or 4 billion then.
That's great savings.
That'd be, I mean, that's a bargain.
What do you want? Like, do you want to take Sorna and I'll take, or do you want to like, or do you want to like, or would you be interested in kind of having a bit of freedom and like going creative with it? Like,
What do you mean?
like you were saying, like kind of rearrange things. A bit,
I would
like.
definitely, yeah, I'd rearrange things. But no, that's if I was building my own private real dinosaur park. If I was doing the Jurassic Park World thing,
Yeah.
I would try and make it. Because then you're kind of going to have more. It's going to be themed areas, like, because you're living out the fantasy of being in the movies, as opposed to the actual park itself.
Yeah.
So I won't be having paddocks and stuff. It'd be more. Well, I would for the Jurassic Park level, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I probably need more. I probably need a bigger island than you, because things would have to be separated, you know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Anyway.
Yeah. Now we've got, like, what do we say? When we're like 65, so there's time.
Yeah, yeah.
We start
Once
saving now.
this podcast starts to take off, like,
If we can get, yeah, exactly. That and investing in
also, like,
cryptocurrencies.
I think we could probably get cheaper islands somewhere else, because, like,
Oh no, it doesn't have to be Costa Rica now. I'm
yeah,
not, like,
yeah,
yeah. No, I'm not
'Cause
tied
I'm
to
just
that.
thinking about, like, Johnny Depp owns his own island,
Does he? Okay.
and he can't be a billionaire. Like,
No. How big is it now?
I'm sure it's pretty small. I think he bought off Marlon Brando. But I think Brando had a McDonald's on it, like,
Yeah.
so it's big enough.
You've a globe there. We just spin it and like just pick the first place. You could.
Like, I mean, there's loads of islands off the coast of Ireland. You could probably,
I look at Lambay Island. Like, that's privately owned.
yeah.
And you can look this up online. It's not that big though.
No.
But, like, if you're on it, that would probably feel pretty big. I mean, now there's no like amazing scenery from what I can tell looking at it, and there's just like wallabies running around on it, like.
But like even an island the size of say Phoenix Park, you could still do like Phoenix Park's pretty big. You could do a lot with that.
Yeah. True.
Like you look at the zoo in the Dublin Zoo seems big enough, like, but it's just this small little blip in Phoenix Park. So
it'd have to be an island, though. I think, wouldn't it? Like,
oh no, it does have to be.
Because if like, I mean, it is cool. It's more isolated. It feels more isolated, but also like, especially if you are messing with like gene technology. Like, your one did all go wrong. You do want to like.
Yeah, your one especially has to be an island. My one, if I'm using robots, like I can pretty much shut everything down.
Yeah, but see, that's why mine's more like I'm more. I suppose edgy, like kind of like mine.
Yeah, no, yours is definitely a better idea for like just blowing your money in
it's
retirement.
Not blowing my money.
I don't mean that to have a negative connotation. I think my idea is better as an actual functioning theme park for people to come to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now there's an idea
that could finance.
Yes.
Oh, we open mine to the public.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't even know about
They don't
the
know
island
about that, right? And then if we talk about having an island, they all just think it's like, oh, there's more robots there. No, secretly, we've been... And then like, maybe when we start like kind of getting a bit pissed off or like a bit like...
I was just thinking the same
let
thing.
A few of the... like swap a few robots with a few...
Say nothing.
Say nothing. Like when you know you're at the end of your life and like you just don't give a fuck.
Just go in one night, you hire a team to just replace every robot with a real dinosaur.
Just sit back and watch.
Like, imagine that actually happened. Imagine a world where that happened. Like, how would people react? Like, people see that in the news the next day. Where these two guys had two separate team parks.
The best part was like, well, like 35 years beforehand, they said they were going to do it on a podcast and no one stopped them. In fact, people threw money at them, Hopefully.
Some of the people who died when they replaced the robot with real dinosaurs were actual original funders.
Yeah. Well, like, you know what you're getting. Like, you know.
That's one
We're telling you. It's
that's
not like...
one of the tiers. Donate 100,000 and you can be there.
Well, like, I think we've absolved ourselves of, like, any... legal responsibility because we're saying that we're going to do this. Like, so if people agree to this,
that's sort of the final act of the game.
Yeah. So like we're saying we're going to. If you want to fund this, which you do.
Do you watch Westworld?
No, I need to. I need to get into it.
There's this whole. I haven't seen the second season, but there's this
I'm
whole.
really behind on everything.
There's this whole like story about. There's solving the maze. There's this mystery somewhere within the park, and there's this character that's been coming to the park every year since he was like in his 20s, and he's in his 70s now.
Okay.
So I haven't finished the first season.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know if that's been solved.
I don't know why I'm watching it because I'm like such a big Michael Crichton.
Yeah,
fan,
it's fairly good. But we could have a thing like that where we have our own sort of mystery within it. But all the mystery like you solve this maze. And it's just one spot in the park where there is a real dinosaur. So if you solve it, you just die.
What would you say? You're like the ultimate prize. But anyway, I'm supposed to go back to the original question. Would I save the dinosaurs?
So wow, yeah, that took a turn. Yeah, so
what a turn though.
Well, obviously that answers it. We go back to save the dinosaurs.
Okay, we're doing it. And actually, just I can tell you now on the dinosaur protection website. You can adopt a dinosaur, and I haven't done this, so I don't know if you have any interest in adopting a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe we can just save a dinosaur from, like, the comfort of our own home instead of actually, like, going to the... Or are you talking about us being, like, on the team to go and, like...
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about being on the team.
Okay.
I don't really want to save a dinosaur by just, like, using PayPal.
And sending it a goat or something.
Yeah. I mean, I would, like, if that's all I could do, but...
Yeah.
Well, would you... So for people who haven't seen Fallen Kingdom, the idea is that there's two sort of opposing groups. There's the... what's their actual name to save the dinosaur people?
Dinosaur Protection Group.
And then there's another group of mostly
mercenaries, isn't it? Like,
no, well, I mean, like, sort of, there's a lot of politicians and stuff that are saying, like, no, let them die.
oh, sorry,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
they're
yeah,
not
yeah,
natural creatures, and that they're just going to be a threat. So, just Ian Malcolm is one of them. Like,
Yeah.
he believes that they should just let them die.
Yeah.
On that, in that sense, where would you stand?
I probably, I think I'd want them to save them. Like,
Yeah. See,
I get why Malcolm's saying it now, and I think I'm kind of in the wrong, but I'd want to save them.
I think if I'm in the position that, like, I'm in now, I've got I'm not a paleontologist. I'm got no train. I'm never going to be on that island, and the park's not open anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't stand to benefit from them being saved.
Yeah.
I'd kind of be like, it's probably better for humanity if we let them die.
Yeah, probably, absolutely.
But if I'm in a position where I'm going to benefit from saving them, that sounds terrible. But
I'd be like, why not just move them to Sorna? Although there's stuff about that actually, again, on kind of touched on the Dinosaur Protection Group website. I'm not going to go into it because I haven't actually.
what is in what? Like what?
Like what's the state of Sorna and stuff? But it's kind of open. It's not. They didn't go into like they hinted at things like.
But they've taken a lot of the animals in Jurassic World are from.
They're from Sorna, apparently. Yeah.
Right.
And then there was also talk that I know we're going off.
No, well, this
Point
is relevant.
That the Spinosaurus in JP3 was like the first attempt at a hybrid.
Yeah.
And it was made illegally on Sorna after the Lost World.
And
then it like basically fucked up the whole ecosystem and like because it was just going around wrecking everything. Like it wasn't like it didn't really act like an animal, which is the difference with like the Rexes. They were cool and scary, but they like seemed like animals. They didn't seem like monsters that were just. Even though they were chasing them in the Lost World, but there was an explanation for why they were chasing them.
Yeah.
Or following them.
With the Spinosaurus, there wasn't even a mate.
Yeah.
So it served no purpose.
Yeah, it was just this like beast that just like just wrecked everything, and then apparently like and I think they mentioned that it was like attracted to T-Rexes, whereas other like I think
like
the little
sexually?
kid said that like yeah. It's just too rough, and that's why like killing them.
Sorry, that just reminded me of something else. Now it's gone out of my head.
I can't remember why I was talking about that. But yeah, so I don't know if there is anything on Sorna or the guys who did all this kind of back stuff. It's like it's considered canon, but they, I think they've left it open because I think they've said that they don't necessarily want it to be that like everything's dead. But I suppose ultimately it's up to the filmmakers to.
Yeah. This is in the book. There's the virus.
DX.
Yeah. And I can't. Does that kill them all?
There's something about that as well. And this as well. I think there was disease.
Right.
But I don't know what the story is with Sorna. Like, I'm hoping that it'll actually turn out that maybe it's like it could be just a ruse, like, or maybe it's not as bad as they're letting on. Like, just to keep people away from it.
Yeah, and if most
Maybe
of the
it'll end,
information about it has come from like viral marketing stuff, that can always be kind of undone anyway.
Yeah. Well, maybe the next one will end with Sorna. You wouldn't like they'll finally just like right, fucking leave it.
Though it seems now if they're going to people who haven't seen it, obviously spoilers, but we already kind of mentioned at the start. Fallen Kingdom kind of ends with the dinosaurs being let loose in our world. So I would imagine, like, if that's the case, there's very little point going back to one of the islands anymore. Although how many dinosaurs are free now? Not a whole lot, really.
Yeah, but the problem is the embryos have been sold as well, haven't they?
Well, yeah,
they're definitely out
Wong
there anyway.
He still has.
I think he said it's kind of like the technology's gone open source kind of now.
What's the underwater dinosaur?
The Mosasaurus.
The Mosasaurus. He escapes. He escapes at the start of the film, right?
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. It wasn't until the end where you see him.
Yeah.
With the surfers. I was like, so that was him escaping at the
again,
start.
you see in the trailer. Like,
is that in the trailer?
That's in the trailer. That's in a
it.
trailer as well. The very last scene.
Jesus.
Right? Before the credit. Apparently there was a post-credit scene as well. I didn't know about that.
No,
I saw it on
neither
YouTube.
did I.
But,
yeah. Wait, is that the raptor?
No, it's the I think it's Pteranodons. It's one of the pterosaurs anyway. Flying at the Eiffel Tower or hanging around the Eiffel Tower in Vegas.
Right.
It was like only this tiny little short thing.
Right.
I wouldn't. They sleep.
Oh yeah, the raptor is just in the montage. It's
I like
where
that.
he's going for that like very Spielberg looking
Yeah,
small
yeah.
town.
Yeah.
It's a really nice shot.
But yeah, the scene with the Rex roaring at the lion. I thought they showed that in the
That was in the
Yeah.
trailer. Oh wow!
like. Whoever did those trailers should be like
Because
they need to
the
they need to be
Mosasaur
fired. Like
the Mosasaur one. If you see that in the trailer, you could be like, well, maybe only he gets out because he's aquatic. You know, you could see how he could get out easier. But if they show like a T-Rex and a lion in the same scene, you're like, oh, I know the ending.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
it is. Anyway, so it just that stuff like that really. I feel like films have gotten really stupid for that sort of stuff. Or marketing.
But and here's another problem I've had with the films. Well, not a big problem, but like so this ends with them all getting out. But where have like the pterodactyls, the pterosaurs? How have they not been out already? They can fly.
Yeah, I don't know. They were because they escaped from Sorna.
Yeah,
And then that was dealt with. Your man in Jurassic World, Vic Hoskins, he apparently led the whole team to deal with that. Again, that was dealt with viral stuff behind the scenes for that. Like I think it might have been the same people. I don't know why they haven't left. I suppose maybe they had no reason to leave the island. It was just them when it blew up there. Like fuck it, like let's get out of here.
Yeah. I suppose there's plenty of birds that are native to islands that they don't leave.
Yeah, or maybe they have. Maybe they just happened to like. It was just a bit of a coincidence.
Just children disappearing and. Just like there's probably all these legends. Maybe they have escaped, but they've only gotten as far as Costa Rica or something, and it's been covered up. Which is kind of like in the Lost World book, where isn't that how it starts? Doesn't it begin with like isn't there like raptors? A raptor on the mainland or something?
Oh God, I'm trying to think. There's something washed up. I remember. I know in the first Jurassic Park book, there's the Compy scene that's in the, and that's on the mainland.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Was there about the Lost World book now?
Yeah, it's been. Well, I thought like a raptor ends up on the mainland in the book.
I don't think it's like. If it is, it's not.
It's not alive, like.
Or it's not kind of expanded on like the scene with the Tyrannosaurus in San Diego. Like it might be just like something like. That match that description was spotted, maybe.
Oh, that might be it. Like
kind of hearsay, kind of like,
and maybe it's been
I think
shoved under the carpet.
Might be right because there was talk like even at the end of the first Jurassic Park novel, like of people seeing these things going into the jungles and like eating all the glycine-rich foods. So maybe I can't remember.
So say like in a real world scenario. So say people. Do go and save the dinosaurs. Like, it probably wouldn't go like it did in either of the films. Well, especially with Fallen Kingdom. Like, first of all, like if they do decide that they're going to go and save the dinosaurs, they're never going to go at the 11th hour when the volcano is erupted. They're going to go there weeks before it gets to that.
Yeah.
So they probably would actually. It'd probably be a very safe, controlled mission, and they'd probably get them off without much problems. Maybe they wouldn't take the carnivores, but then I don't see why they wouldn't, because that's the thing with Jurassic Park is like they're safe with herbivores.
Yeah, not necessarily though. Like,
yeah, whether it's a carnivore or herbivore, you're still just a human that they don't know.
Wild animal. Like.
Yeah. I would rather walk through like a woods and be surrounded by moose than jaguars.
Sure.
But there's still a very good chance a moose is going to see you as a threat and just gore you, like.
Yeah.
So if you're doing like a rescue mission with people who are trained, to them like there's no real difference. It's as much effort to get one off as the other, probably.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I mean, and if you're just moving them to a sanctuary, you might as well. If the idea is to move them to a sanctuary, then you're going to want both.
Yeah. Yeah, like you take a zookeeper is as careful going into a cage with monkeys as he is an elephant, as he is a zebra, as he is a tiger.
It's funny that you mentioned all that now. Actually, in the Lost World, the scene with the stegosaurs. Is that the first time that we see a herbivore attacking somebody, like attacking a human in the whole series?
Yeah, because like there's like the stampedes and stuff, but that doesn't really. They're not attacking.
No, they're running.
They're fleeing
from
from the
Rex.
T-Rex. Yeah. But like, if you're a human, you're still in great danger.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But yeah, they're not attacking. Yeah, any animal like will be dangerous, especially
Of
if
course.
they're protecting a young. Even like the Stegosaurus is in that. Like they would have realistically, they would have probably attacked the humans far earlier than when
Yeah, Sarah.
Sarah's camera. What happens? Like the film gets stuck or something, and that's what alerts the.
Yeah, it's or it's out of battery or something. But it starts whirring. I don't know anything about cameras, so I can't tell you exactly what was wrong with it. But it just starts making noise.
I think the film's just the end of a roll, and it was just winding back. Maybe it's been so long since I've ever had to deal with a film camera now,
So we need Shane.
can't remember how to work. Yeah. But yeah, so basically, so they're going to take them all off. The idea that they would leave carnivores is kind of bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
there's a good chance they will just leave the bigger dinosaurs because they're just like, how much does a T-Rex weigh?
I wouldn't know. I
Yeah.
can't think off the top of my head. I'm sure I could find it out, but would you say several tons?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to even think like what.
Like
I'm trying to picture a ton,
Stegosaurus.
even like.
But yeah, so maybe you just have to leave the bigger ones. But I think it would be more down to their weight than like
Yeah.
their danger levels.
Well, say you were going in, you were like, no, look, we've got all the equipment, we're doing this properly. We'll do it in phases, even like so it's not going to be in one day. I mean, it's stupid to move them all in one go. Like probably like
Yeah.
so much riskier as well. They probably would want to do it in
Yeah, you probably only
different
like
phases.
the T-Rex is probably the only you probably focus on a T-Rex.
That's one
in
operation,
day.
like,
yeah.
get that extracted.
Like you probably actually do most. It's probably like a 3-week mission where you do a couple a day
Yeah.
at more, and then for the big ones, it's just one a day.
And would you try and get everything, or would you just try and get like do a
cool
kind of
ones.
Noah's Ark sort of thing, like get a few like just sort of breeding pairs or a few breeding pairs of each species?
Well, I suppose that's what you need to do, but you can still just clone new ones, I guess. But yeah, I mean that'd be the idea if you're
kind of. Then I mean,
then you don't need to save them at all. Yeah. You can save a lot of money.
although I suppose technically you're not supposed to be able to clone them. I suppose after Jurassic World, I presume
Yeah.
like all Henry Wu's actions are kind of.
Yeah, you'd
He's not
imagine
really
the
supposed to be
authorities
messing
are
with that stuff,
stepping
is he?
in. Yeah.
So maybe that's, I suppose, then. So yeah, I suppose we can't clone them because
And
it's illegal.
I think the idea as well is these ones are already alive, so it's like they kind of have to save as many already living beings as they can.
yeah, it's like that's an endangered species.
Yeah.
Basically.
Actually, yeah. So I wonder, in the Jurassic World universe, are they doing that? Have they like just cloned pandas?
I don't know. Actually, we didn't even touch on that. The whole thing with Maisie.
Oh
being a clone.
yeah. I kind of keep forgetting that that's even brought up.
I really liked that as well. Like that was one thing I didn't see coming in the trailers,
Yeah.
and I really like that. Like that's a real dark.
It opens up the world
like-
so much to so. In case there's people listening to this that have no interest in seeing it, Hammond's friend who
Lockwood.
Lockwood, yeah, who's never been mentioned before, as far as I know.
No.
But it turns out he was crucial in the development of the park.
Yeah, he was like a business partner. He kind of even looks like him a bit, like dresses like him. But I mean, that's
Yeah. He's got the cane.
to try and give you the same feeling.
Well, when at first,
which is cool. I don't have a problem with that.
I thought I had missed something. I was like, have they just recast?
Yeah.
But yeah, so he takes care of his granddaughter because his daughter died in a car accident.
Car crash, yeah.
But it's revealed that in the end that it's actually a clone of the daughter that died.
Yeah. And he has this photo that he won't let her see, isn't it? And
Yeah.
that's how then the granddaughter figures it out.
But and of course it makes perfect sense in a world where they can do this. But also, like, it's kind of cool because it almost feels like the Resident Evil films in a way. It just opens the science of it is opened up so much.
Oh, yeah.
And also it kind of gives me hope that we could see something mad like a clone of fucking like somebody that died or something.
Yeah,
You could see
coming back,
Sam
like.
J come back as if Luke cloned him, like. But it'd be awesome. Or if they just de-age fucking Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. I read it actually. I can't remember. I think it was probably on Reddit. A really cool theory that I liked about that whole about his daughter. Now, like again, this is like just some user that wrote, but I really liked it. It was because didn't he say that she visited the park once before, and then I mean you know film more than me, like, or tropes I suppose. But when they say somebody died in a car crash, that's usually like it's true that that's normally like a. Well, like that's just what they say, but it's actually like a lie. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's like if somebody died in a car. I think it's usually if somebody died in a car crash.
Was there something shadier going on?
Yeah,
like?
yeah. It was actually an assassination. Like
okay,
a lot of the time.
Well, this theory was suggesting that it actually was that she visited the park and it was the raptors that killed her, and then that's why then. They were throwing they were like, right, fuck these raptors, we need to put them in a box, and then obviously your man fell out and then went and cloned her. So maybe it wasn't necessarily that Hammond was pissed off that he was cloned. It could have been just. Yeah. Well, you don't know necessarily. I can't think of the exact timeline now, but I'm sure you could make it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's so vague and like people could lie, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought it was an excellent because even though he was like, oh, she visited once and.
Yeah,
he kind of seemed like he seemed like obsessed about it, like as though it was his fault that she died, kind of.
See, I just didn't even pick up.
I didn't. It was when I read this, I was like, "That is brilliant."
Yeah, that sounds like thinking about having those two, like having that line in the film. Like that meant nothing to me when I saw it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'd say there's a good chance that is what they're.
It's brilliant. Like I thought, like whoever, I'll try and dig
like
that
it doesn't sound like
that
doesn't sound like one of those mad just cracked theories, like where they just like make up. Shit
yeah,
for the
the person who was actually pressed the button.
Yeah, yeah. Like... When they went out of the room, they actually met their long lost mother and said, "Stop it! This is bullshit." Or the theory that was actually on another planet. It's like just nothing in the film to imply that.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have known. But is that a thing though? Like it's like killing the car is kind of
Yeah, it's always like used as a plot device to just it's usually it seems to be an assassination. If somebody died in a car accident, it's actually a cover up. They're hiding it, and it's always to protect the person that is
that
told.
they don't want it. Yeah,
well, like
protecting the.
Did you see where are you on your Marvel? You're doing your Marvel.
I finished Doctor Strange.
Okay, so you've seen Civil War.
Yeah.
So it's the same in Civil War, like, isn't Tony's parents'
car
accident, and it's
exactly,
an assassination.
Exactly,
I've seen it in a lot of films recently, and I kind of thought, I wonder, did that come before? Like, did Princess Diana kick off that trope?
Yeah, actually.
Like that's the real life version I can think of. I'm sure it has existed long beforehand. I think there's a Hitchcock movie where somebody's parents died in a car accident, but there was. Probably. Something else at play. But yeah, that's a fantastic theory and one that sounds like
I hope
would have been
because that would even be something like with flashbacks, like you could kind of do. I'm not saying that even that they necessarily would even have to do flashbacks, but even like just talking about it, I think like
it kind of just makes that, like, if that becomes canon, that makes that opening of the first Jurassic Park so much darker as well. They've been locked up because they killed
the guy who owns the park, like
and it would make sense then why he hasn't been present for the rest of the series.
Yeah. And then it's always the usual. Hammond is just so like overly positive about everything, and then that's why people are like, "What the fuck's going on in this?" Yeah. And then obviously the worker died as well, moving it, so they're like, what's going on here?" Like,
yeah. At that point, do you just have the raptors taken out?
But I think he wouldn't let people.
Oh no, wasn't it? You know, but I mean, say you're Hammond in that position. Like, do you like, as much as I'd like to have them there, I think I'd be like, this is
gas them.
Yeah,
like seriously, like just gas them in that box they're in, or poison them with like give them a poisoned cow.
As cruel as possible.
Yeah. Well, like they killed your friend's daughter, like and Joffrey.
And so, what age was she? What age would she have been when she died?
I don't know now.
Because when they just first mentioned that she died in a car crash in the film, I just thought she was an adult.
Yeah.
Like married. Well, if she had a kid, like, she'd have to be. But, yeah, so it seemed 93. She'd have to have been a child when she died. Yeah, that's dark.
And then, because like not many people seem to know. It seems like your Maisie's kind of kept in the house, like she's kind of kept under lock and key a little bit, isn't she? Like, so
yeah.
So like maybe they all know. Like, I presume the maid. Well, sure, the maid would know because she was with. Well, not the maid, the nanny. Was she? Was she a maid?
No, I think she was in. I should think she was like Alfred in Batman.
Yeah,
like she was. She done it because she was like taught her and stuff. Didn't she? So
like,
just a carer. I guess.
Yeah.
She was kept under lock and key, but like that's also pretty normal for like a kid from that much money.
Yeah.
Like.
So like it could all be. Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, no, I just really like that. I was just thinking about it now.
Yeah,
forgetting about doing it.
It does make that first scene.
Yeah, it makes that. And it brings it back like so dark. And it's already extremely dark. Yeah, it's cool.
Is there anywhere else?
The kid at this. Sorry, this just off topic for a second. At the start of Jurassic or Lost World, that kid doesn't die.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hammond brushes it all when he's telling Malcolm. He's like, "She's fine. She's fine.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine in the book though as well."
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's just again, the way he says it.
Oh, she's fine. She's
fine. Like she fucking banged her knee. Hammond's is such a maniac.
Yeah.
Much more so in the book. Well, in the book, he's like a bad.
Oh, he's a bit of an asshole.
He's a bad person. Like.
But he acts kind of like fun, like kind of like that to everybody. But then it's like when it seems like then when he's like not getting his way, he starts getting a bit thick, like because he kind of comes across like Richard Attenborough at times, like when he's talking first on the phone, talking to Grant, and he kind of just seems like a big kid. But then you start seeing a bit more like of the darker side of him.
Yeah, and he's very quick to anger and stuff in the book. If I remember, actually, he seemed like he might be a bit senile in the book, even like with the way he acts. But he still comes across as crazy in the film.
Yeah,
like just
lovable. Like
just like a really mad Willy Wonka sort of character.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So what else is there to discuss with the? Well, sorry, we still are on about getting the dinosaurs off. So we get.
So we're taking them off.
They're off
the
island. Happening. This is real world now. Yeah, they'd be off.
Yeah. Are we taking them to the real world now, or has it turned out that like it was all a lie?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean,
if we're following the way the film goes,
in either films, I think the scenario in the most recent one is probably the more realistic. The idea, like, pretty much a black market, trade. I think that'd be going on in any universe where, like, even
of course,
if Jurassic Park opened and everything ran smoothly from day one, there'd be a huge black market trade and dinosaurs.
Well, I think of Biosin in the novels and Biosin, the rival genetics company.
But to the extent, like, I'd say, like, Floyd Mayweather would have a fucking raptor chained up in his mansion. Like, you know that shit would be going on.
Oh, absolutely.
Conor McGregor would have one. And like, I'm sure terrorists would be trying to get their hands on it. Like, ISIS would be just letting a fucking a brontosaurus loose in Paris. Like, imagine that replacing like van attacks.
And then what do? They do the Simpsons thing where they like send in like a carnivore then to sort it out. Like, wasn't that to deal with the snakes? Wasn't it?
To get rid of the snakes, they let loose possums, then bears to kill the possums. It becomes like every time there's a school shooting or something, there's the whole gun debate.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, arm the teachers. It's like that every time there's a brontosaurus let loose in a terrorist attack. They're like, we need to arm civilians with dinosaurs. Like, so it just, within like a couple of weeks, it just becomes like Ark.
Yeah.
Like, that's how the apocalypse actually happens. We end up arming each other with different dinosaurs. And everyone's only given one.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool. That's a good idea for a movie. Do you think like that is not to like make jokes about terrorist attacks, like they're terrible, but that is a pretty hilarious idea of people using dinosaurs in terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
But probably would eventually that would
something along those lines.
yeah, maybe not a brontosaurus running through Paris, but I'm sure like
Well, there's no shot them trying to use people before. I can't remember specifically, like people using animals for that sort of stuff, like even like infecting animals with like viruses and
yeah.
sending them in. Was it rats? I'll have to.
Yeah, I suppose with
remind myself.
the plague, or the Black Death was kind of spread through rats, but the idea of actually fucking having them storming through, that
Do we care about any of the stuff that's going on in the house though, like the auction, or are we as far as we could, like we've got them off, like and now it's just
yeah. Well, I suppose that's where I was getting with the black market dealings, but would we ever end up? Would we be in a scenario where we'd be at a black market dealing?
I don't know, like
Because I don't think, like, in our scenario,
No.
like,
we're not.
it wouldn't really happen like Fallen World anyway. I think in real life, they would just get them off the island and put them on another island for starters. But then you'd have people coming onto the island, people poaching the animals and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I could see the stuff happening, like poaching.
Yeah. So you end up in the same scenario, just
It's
by
all
a
out
different
there
means.
anyway. Like, 'cause if they haven't been poaching them anyway, I presume maybe people had been poaching.
Yeah, the Costa Rican government apparently had secured that island, but I don't know.
But like they try doing things like that in South Africa, don't they?
Yeah.
With safari parks and
yeah.
like there's poaching problems there. There'd still be poaching problems.
Oh yeah. Well, that's actually a fucking interesting point. You know how like there's sort of like parks in Africa, like hunt for big game.
So it's not
hunt?
just South Africa. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just saying South Africa because that's the only one. Kruger always just comes to my mind.
But you know the way you know how in African countries where they'll have parks where you can go and do big game hunting, where you can like legally hunt a grey rhino.
Yeah.
Like, how long do you think before they would do that on like Isla Nublar, where they're like, this is how we need to like make money to keep them here? Sorry,
people would pay.
Oh, absolutely. But do you think a government would allow that? They'd be like, because like the thing with the grey rhino, so the grey rhino was like going extinct.
Yeah,
and they allowed people to hunt older ones because they could make so much money. People were willing to pay so much for it. They could then put that money into breeding them.
Yeah.
And it technically ended up saving the species. I don't think it'd be long before they'd be like, okay, we need to, if we want to keep these dinosaurs safe on an island of their own, we're going to have to make money. Running a park is too dangerous. There's too many people. But rich millionaires like Mark Zuckerberg will probably pay 4 or 5 million just to come and hunt an old Triceratops. I can see them doing that.
Absolutely. Like. Especially like if there are issues with like look, there's too many gallimimus. Like it's like they're wrecking things. Like when they've got lads, you can go out and.
Would you ever pay to hunt one?
A few. Probably, yeah.
Really?
I don't know. Like
no,
I don't have any. I don't know if I'd like to hunt a Tyrannosaurus or something. Like, I probably would hunt a bullshit one like a Gallimimus. I don't know. I don't know. Like
I'd only I could only hunt something that I could eat. Like I'd have to put it to use.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who's saying you're not eating it? Like,
well, yeah, that's
because that stuff could be.
Yeah, it depends on how they were.
Like if it depends on the way it's done. Like, I mean, I don't know, but I suppose is it just culling then? If it's just like
animals need to be culled sometimes. But again, I'm not sure I'd want, like, I just wouldn't like to kill something. Even if it needed to be, I wouldn't want to be the one that's doing it unless getting to eat it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they cull deer in, like, Phoenix Park and stuff when they need to.
Yeah.
And they're not used for meat or whatever. They probably should be, though. I mean, you can eat it. Whereas, like, if you cut, like, in the wild, in, like, the Wicklow Mountains, when they cull the deer, anybody can get hunting tags and you can hunt them yourself and eat them.
Yeah.
So I'd be able to do that, but not the Phoenix Park one, because it just seems, I don't know, it seems a bit weird. Even if they need to be, because it's usually a case where they'll be like killing the younger ones and not giving the population a chance to actually grow.
Sure.
But maybe you could eat dinosaurs, so then that'd change everything. You'd have to ask one, like, how they were engineered. Like, is there any problem with eating them? Because they use like frog DNA and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
you can't
yeah.
eat frogs, so you can eat frog
Yeah,
frog
they do.
legs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Depends. Okay, well,
Depends on the frog as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's poisonous. You could get like it could be like doing drugs. Like, you could get an acid trip from
Could be
eating
cool,
a
like,
dinosaur. Yeah. So what else is there to go through, or is there?
I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, I suppose like you're going to end up without that island like being left there. No matter what, you're going to end up where. Like, it makes sense that it has to end up, regardless of whether or not the volcano was exploding. Even like,
Yeah.
no matter what, they're going to get poached.
Yeah. So we're going to end up in the exact same
Yeah.
position where there's
And
dinosaurs.
even with Sorna, because I presume Sorna was having poaching difficulties as well. Like, it was a huge island. Like,
Yeah.
people were already in Jurassic Park 3. You could see that they were already like the ticks were like parasailing on it anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and like
That's the thing. Yeah. And if like a rich family like just pulls up on their
Yeah.
yacht, like.
all they have to do is turn off the radio when people are like, "Don't get up, don't stay away from the island." And
But then the thing
Yeah.
with Jurassic Park 3, and I know it's hard to include that one, but it's canon apparently.
yeah, no, it is. It is.
Like if the UN, the entire force of the UN.
Was it the UN?
Well, I don't know if it was the UN, but like her husband worked with the UN. He worked for the UN,
I think so. Yeah.
so he made it was somebody from the UN that made the call and had armies out there. It's probably NATO, probably a few different armies, but they were out there in no time. Like,
yeah.
so is the implication from that they were kind of watching? They always have a fleet near that island anyway.
Maybe. Well, then, in which case, then they really dropped the ball. Like, it's just like two separate groups managed to get on it. So, like, they're not doing a good job anyway.
Yeah, and when they flew over the island,
Yeah.
in that film,
Why weren't they shot down?
yeah, there was
They
no.
should have been just shot down.
There was nobody on the radio saying
Yeah.
this is
I'm
no
trying to
flight.
think there was. I think I remember something about somebody just turning off a thing. Like,
Yeah, I only
was
saw
that on the
recently.
radio or was that on the boat at the start of Jurassic Park 3? I feeling it was on
I
the
think
radio
that's-
on the plane. I mean,
Yeah, I think it was on the plane. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
so it's just
So there is some.
there is something they're
monitoring.
not doing a good job.
Yeah,
Like two groups got on it and like
but you're saying though, like how many people would be poaching there anyway? So those two groups got on. Does that just mean that those two got on and we didn't see the 20 that were stopped that day,
maybe.
or the other 4 that
Yeah,
got
true.
on and they died too?
But at the same
we...
time, then meanwhile Henry Wu's been there as well. Like,
yeah.
you know, so like,
Maybe that's not the same Henry Wu.
And
Maybe
then-
that's
oh,
a clone
clone.
of a clone.
and then also like, who's paying for them? Like sending like all those lads out to rescue like some like stupid people who've gone after their kid. Like, who's yeah? So this is money being pissed down the drain. Like, whereas if we turned all that into a nice, cool theme park,
Yeah, but I think
That'd be some
after
good revenue.
Jurassic World, the theme park never
it's done.
reopens.
It's done. That's
Like,
done.
So that's where I think like big game hunting would probably be the only way
Yeah.
you could legally go to that island and see a dinosaur, and then you just have the black market trade.
Mhm.
And the black market trade would be fucking huge.
Like if you're killed on safari by an animal,
Mm.
I mean, is that your responsibility because you're the one who's like gone out there, or
Yeah, you'd sign away.
yeah? So I mean, like maybe you could see something like that. Like it's
Yeah.
just like waiver, like look, you're going here. Yeah, you can go pay whatever you want, but like
Yeah, I think that would be
we're
where
not
I'd
rescuing
go.
you.
I think even after Jurassic Park, the first one, if it was real life, that's where it would end up.
Yeah.
I think especially after like a T-Rex gets loose in San Diego, I don't think the park ever reopens after that.
I don't know because people would be like, what that was,
People would
people who
want
weren't
that.
there.
Yeah. But not in that length of time though. Like you're only talking 10 years.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It wasn't long enough.
Like you think of something like the Hindenburg crash. Like how many people died there? Like 40 or something. And it's like it completely killed blimps as a
yeah.
market. That's kind of a bad comparison, but it's the only thing I can kind of think of. We'll never know, I guess. Well, hopefully we will. You see, this is where my Jurassic Park world would make more sense.
Yeah, but like, again, thinking like we do both.
Yeah, no,
Seriously,
yeah, we're
I think
doing
ultimately, like,
But mine is the one open to the public.
yeah,
yours
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
Ours is the
secret.
good one. Like,
Yeah. The
yeah, they're
personal.
both good. They're both good.
We just
the
use
personal.
all the profits of mine to finance yours.
Yeah, that's great. Just leech. Well, more like using that money to, like, I suppose, helping the covering up of what's going on, like, and
Yeah.
you need really good legal
Our
teams.
business, like our 3-year business plan, it's like in the chart is use
Right.
this money to help cover up this.
Because I'll be funding mine anyway from, I suppose, from the GoFundMe or whatever, like the Kickstarter. Like. Although I know we did say, yeah,
But will you have a
some
shadow corporation to like hide what you're doing, even though you've said on the podcast?
funds. Yeah, but, like, I've said it, so, like, what do you want?
Did you ever go to around the time The Lost World was released? Dublin Zoo had like a dinosaur.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
I remember it being amazing when I
Yeah.
was 12 or whatever.
yeah. Oh, you wouldn't. Where would you have been? 12?
Oh, I don't know what age. Well,
97.
yeah,
I was
it'd have been
10.
I'd have been 11.
No, I was 11. Sorry, 11.
Yeah, I'd have been 11. I'm sure I was 12 for a period of 1997, if my maths are correct. But, yeah, I'm sure it was shit and like a tiny little spot. But, like,
Yeah.
in my memory, it was an awesome exhibition. I'm sure they've done loads of that stuff recently.
Yeah, there was a cool one I went to Disney one time. It was like you go back in time, but they had the animatronics and the puppets. It was really well done. Like, they moved. Like, you were in like kind of a jeep, and it's like you go back in time, and I think you were trying to rescue or get a dinosaur egg or something like that. But it was cool. Like, it was
Yeah,
actually
yes.
done really, really well.
So mine would just be an extreme version of that.
Yeah. But do you want the AI there though? Like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
these things
yeah.
can think for themselves. Like, you are in a way basically making life though, aren't you?
Yeah, but you're
you
creating
can, like, press the
AI
off
for
button,
an
like-
animal as opposed to like the problem with Westworld is that like how much control are you given to a replica of a creature whose brain was the size of a walnut, you know?
Yeah, true.
So I'm sure like they wouldn't start thinking for themselves and like planning an uprising.
But you
that'd
definitely
be
make the raptors
really
for it.
cool. Then you have dinosaurs that have like start to think like people.
Yeah.
They could speak and shit.
Would you make the raptors as smart as they are in the films though?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but that's it. Like, because you want that danger, don't you?
Yeah, well, also I'll be able to take out my smartphone and press a button to shut them down,
Yeah.
or just have a word that will like stop them.
Safe word.
Yeah, but only me and you know it.
Yeah. And then we'll tell the person who like encounters the real dinosaur what the safe word is. And we'll watch them like using it on their way.
Yeah,
And then
and like it's a really comical random. It's like Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
like
yeah, something with way too many syllables. Like, you can't just get it out. Like, and then also we'll just be sitting on our bed like John Hammond in The Lost World, just watching it on a screen, going, "Woo, woo, woo."
we're both on a trip.
It's fine. It's fine.
So I'm not sure if we've really solved anything here.
I don't think there's anything to be solved though. Like, I think it's like you're going to end up.
We're going to end up in
Yeah.
the same place, just through different
Yeah.
steps. Which I guess, yeah, that's an ending. But I think we'll be fine. Because we'll be on... If this all happens, we'll already have built up our own park.
Yeah.
Our dinosaurs won't get out. They'll just be for us.
Let us know if you want to contribute. Like, we'll do a coupon day for you.
Should we set up the GoFundMe as a joke?
I think we
even,
should.
And just...
There's no joke here. I think we should set it up.
Okay, so
We're going to set up a GoFundMe.
check
Or
out
whatever the
our...
best one would be. GoFundMe or Kickstarter or what? I don't know what the best is.
I think
for this.
Kickstarter might take us down, because, like, you need to...
Okay, no. I want to do everything as like.
GoFundMe, I think we have the better chance of like staying up for a few days at least.
Yeah, okay.
So you can check out the GoFundMe at gofundme.com/.
I'll do up a brief.
What will the URL be? It'll probably be help us build our dream dinosaur
Yeah,
park.
can you put a link? Can you do a description or something?
Yeah, I'll put a
Or, like-
link in the description. And you can find Darren on the Open Bottle YouTube channel. You can find us here on iTunes or wherever. If you would like to give us a review, that'd be lovely. It helps us quite a bit. We'll have a Patreon up soon, maybe. I don't know. I don't have any other thing to plug. That's reviews. Review us. That really helps. And sorry about the massive delay in the podcast for the last 8 months, or more than that really. But the last 8 months have been ridiculous. We'll get back regular soon enough. Just need to find some guests. Do you have anything else to add?
No, thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed that.
More than welcome. We'll have to do it. I feel like we didn't get to enough.
I'm always happy to come back for more.
Yeah, I think we'll have to take the films apart
Yeah.
individual later on. But yeah, for now I think that was pretty good. So until next time, have a nice apocalypse.